big news in the James Bond world today.
Oh, boy. What is it?
Did you hear?
No, I haven't, actually.
It's gone from broccoli to Bezos.
What?
So Albert R. Broccoli was the original owner of the James Bond character and franchise, right? And in owning it, had total control over all creative decisions.
Let's go to Amazon.
His daughter has taken over the reins of that and has been the person that controls all creative decisions. She and the other person who's co-owner with her on that. Yeah, the Bond. The Bond franchise was owned by the Broccoli family. Now, they still have copyright ownership, so they can make money off of the name and the image and everything. So they'll make money. No, they'll make money because they own the James Bond and 007. They own it, so they'll make money off of it. But all creative decisions, they have given full reign to Amazon/MGM. And Jeff Bezos, the news dropped this morning, and then just now, Bezos went out and is basically asking people who should be the next James Bond.
Interesting.
We'll see if he makes the decision based on that.
When does 007 or James Bond go into public domain?
It can't.
No, everything does.
No. You can't have everything go into public domain. If that were true, then everybody could use Mickey Mouse whenever they want to use Mickey Mouse. And
it's coming up.
It's been way more than 50 years since Mickey Mouse was.
And they keep pushing it back. And the way they worked around it, since it was Mortimer first, he is actually in public domain now. So Mortimer Mouse is. And then in another 5 or 10 years, I think, Mickey goes into public domain. Winnie the Pooh just went into public domain.
So all copyrights to things expire after 50 years?
No, I think it's around 75 years. Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Disney has been trying to fight,
as they should.
At least postpone the release. Of it going into public domain. But that's why you keep seeing these horror movies like the Winnie the Pooh one.
Mm-hmm.
Because they knew it was coming to public domain.
And they can use Winnie the Pooh without paying them.
Correct.
Wild. Well, I don't know how that pertains to 007, but I do know
it's getting old.
It is. It's
I think it's around 75 years. It's
007
it's getting
is past 50 for sure. I'm past 50 and 007 predates me.
So we could copyright you.
Yeah.
That's why all of our videos get claimed.
Mom, you don't have rights to me anymore.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never forget.
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reacts with Corbin.
I'm 007.
You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter for more juicy content. Thank you to your sports on Patreon. Follow us on Twitter. But you didn't know that?
I knew it happened with music.
Everything goes into public domain.
I knew it happened with music. I knew after 50 years it goes into the public domain and that it can be used without having to pay for it. Mm-hmm. I didn't know everything that's copywritten goes into public domain.
Yeah, expiration date.
Wow.
Let's see. Mickey goes into public domain.
That's crazy.
The original Mickey, just at the beginning of last year, went into public domain. This one.
Steamboat Willie.
But the other one will be in a few years because he didn't come on the scene till later.
I'm looking. All copyrights go into. Sorry, everybody, but this is important news.
It's not really news.
Okay, it says that no, not all copyrights automatically go into the public domain. A work only enters the public domain when its copyright expires, which happens after a certain period of time, depending on the law and when the work was created, meaning that most recently created works are currently protected. But that's a lie. Don't say no. It said no, and then it explained that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Said no, they all don't go into the key word there was automatically.
My stepdad is a paralegal and has been for.
Is that a person who does law jumping out of planes?
Yes.
A paralegal?
But his specialty specifically is
copyright law?
Copyright law.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, today we got this is a little clip from we've seen this stuff of him before. What is this?
What is they do the mimicry. We saw them do the Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan.
The Kapoor.
Yep.
So this one is another impersonator, but it's Govinda.
Okay.
And it's why the apparently sisters, Kareena Kapoor and Karisma.
What?
I know.
They're sisters?
Apparently.
Who'd have thought?
Not me. Anyways, so this is a kind of a Govinda impersonator. It was really good the last time we saw it.
It was.
अपने आप को मुगले आजम और हमको अनारकली समझे हो क्या नेटफ्लिक्स यार ये कितना नचा रहा है
He looks
like him.
नचाया जा रहा है वो गिरधारी लाल जी
Wow.
God, he looks like him.
कैसे गिरधारी लाल जी पान की टपड़ी छोड़ के यहाँ आ गए आप बड़ा अच्छा
I don't know what that means.
और यहाँ पे नेटफ्लिक्स को चूना लगा रहे हैं आजकल
Inside jokes. Still don't get.
ओ हैप्पी दिवाली
पाजी
ओ कपिल हैप्पी दिवाली
I need you to dance like Govinda.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
अरे यार करीना और करिश्मा एक साथ आए हैं तो हमारे लिए तो दिवाली हुई ना यार क्या स्टाइल है यार क्या एटीट्यूड है यार
He's got backup dancers.
क्या
Let's
grace
see.
है यार
थैंक यू सर
थैंक यू नहीं मैं अपनी तारीफ कर रहा हूँ यार जी भैया कमाल हो यार आप भी यार मजा ही आ गया यार
Chi-Chi. That must be his
लेकिन
name.
यार तुम लोगों ने जो किया है ना
Is that who Drake was talking about?
हमारी जगह यहाँ
Chi-Chi,
नहीं
do you love?
यहाँ है यार चलो वहाँ चलो
They look great.
अरे यार आज यार चिची मामा करके मजा आ रहा है कपिल तो मजा आ गया यार कमाल है यार कमाल है मैं गाली खाऊंगा घर पे आज
So many jokes that I don't understand.
दो करिश्मा सारा
एक करीना है
अरे दोनों कुदरत का करिश्मा ही तो है यार मजा आ गया यार देखना ये वाला जो एपिसोड है ना ये 200 कंट्रियां देखेंगी
192
अरे
कंट्रीज में आता
जितनी
है
ये खूबसूरत है 8 कंट्रियां से मुड़ मुड़ के देखेंगी
गोविंदा जी आपका ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा फ्लर्ट
मेरा फ्लर्ट ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा है तो कर देता हूँ और यार
नहीं पहले ही ज्यादा हो रहा है आपका
He does put his shoulders up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
आप मेरे साथ सब्जी मंडी चलेंगी हाँ वो लोग कहते हैं ना आपके गाल जो है ना एकदम कश्मीरी सेब की तरह है कश्मीरी सेब तो मैच करके थोड़े खरीदने थे और करिश्मा जी मुझे बड़ा दुख लगा मैं पीछे था आपने कहा चिची भैया के साथ गाने किए ये जो आपने भैया बोला ना ये बात मुझे
He really looks a lot like him.
इसके भी अंदर लगी है जाके
ध्यान से ओरिजिनल वाले ना देख लें यहाँ क्यों आया आज
मैं एक्चुअली करिश्मा मेरा ना दशहरे का शो है तो वो जोड़ी चाह रहे थे तो जोड़ी तो इससे अच्छी कोई जोड़ी है
नहीं
तो मैं चाहता था कि करिश्मा जी अगर मेरे साथ परफॉर्म कर लेती वहाँ दशहरे में तो मजा आ जाता
Of course.
हाँ
This must be from the movie they were in. God, there's still so much.
अरे श्याम मुतु श्याम मुतु श्याम मुतु श्याम मुतु श्याम मुतु श्याम बस कर यार कहीं चिंगारियां ना निकल जाए आराम से यार
ये तो बड़ा चिंगारी नहीं निकलना चाहिए दो बॉम्ब बैठी है किधर फट ना जाए
What movie
पहचाना
is this?
मुझको मुतु
Yes.
क्या करिश्मा भाभी सब ठीक
All good.
करीना जी वणकम वणकम
Welcome.
ये आप दोनों को मेरे तरफ से हैप्पी दिवाली
ये हो चुका है ये बोल चुके हैं पहले
Sounds even in the shows,
आप
man.
बोलोगे दशहरा में बोलोगे दोनों आया तो दिवाली वो पूरा बोल दिया
सारा बोल दिया
हाँ.
Stupid.
दो करिश्मा जी को देख के बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है जी.
ये भी हो गया यार.
ये भी जोक हो गया.
Did he often copy what he did? Is that why they're doing?
कोई बात नहीं, तो अपना वो 200 देश आपको देख रहे हैं.
वो भी हो गया.
वो भी बोल दिया. आपको पता है इधर बाहर ना 32 डिग्री टेम्परेचर होता है. अभी रात को करीब 24 डिग्री पे जाता है, लेकिन बारिश नहीं होगा, बादल बादल नहीं ना.
ए तू न्यूज़ क्यों सुना रहा है?
मेरा कॉमेडी तो खत्म कर दिया ना तुम.
God, there's
Yes,
so much,
so much we missed.
so much that we still don't get.
Yeah.
But a spot on Govinda impression.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't. I'm not. We're the experts on Govinda.
Not yet.
But from everything we've seen, he had the smile down. He had the walk, and I feel like
The shoulders.
yeah, his
This.
shoulders go high.
Yeah.
And the smile is iconic.
Yeah.
I feel like people that don't do impressions don't actually realize how exhausting, especially if you're in full character. You're not just doing the voice.
You're fully focused.
Like you're doing the body mannerisms. You're doing,
Yeah.
and you don't notice really while you're doing it. But once you're like done with it, you're like, oh, because you're using your entire body.
Yeah.
and you're holding it in a different way than you
Yeah.
normally do. So your entire body is kind of exhausted.
Some even more so than others. I
Yeah.
mean, that's why people watch and go, why is he out of breath? So you kind of don't understand how much energy it takes
Yeah.
to refocus everything.
Especially somebody
like
as
that, and
eccentric as
attention.
Govinda.
Yeah.
But like
It takes a lot.
obviously voice impressions are one thing, but that also requires effort.
Yeah.
But then when you're holding your face,
No,
like
it
the
is.
guy,
It's
you're holding
different.
Your body mannerisms.
Yeah.
Like
Even your face, like if I'm doing a Jack impersonation,
Yeah.
you're holding your face different, and you realize the amount of attention, and even something. That's why I did this. I don't know if you remember, but in theater class, one of the early exercises I do for early actors is lip syncing.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time you really can start to become a character and pretend. If I haven't done a Michael Jackson lip sync in a long time, my facial muscles get so tired because he is so expressive in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
you
tight,
don't
very tight.
Very, very. Everything is so. He's so passionate. Yeah. See. Yep. That. Unless, of course, you're doing. Joe Biden doesn't take any energy.
Oh, I'm sharp. I'm no more tomorrow's a fly.
We're gonna go over there.
Actually, it is though, because like,
Even that does too.
but like, because like when you're just sitting there, you're relaxed, your shoulders are down here. But if like I'm doing Govinda, even though I have never done one, my automatic impression is he's up here.
Right.
Like he's always kind of, on edge. So you're holding yourself for 5 minutes at least
You bet.
up here.
Yep.
And so you don't realize till you're done with it that
Yeah, your
your
shoulders
entire
are tense.
body is tense.
I bet his shoulders are tired afterwards. Yeah, another one, you'd know this very well. A full body impersonation. If you've never tried it, Captain Jack is toes to top of the head, man.
Yeah.
That thing is the entire
He
body.
holds himself very differently, love.
Yeah,
Done it a couple times in my life.
it's true. Every time I see the Captain Jack at Disneyland,
Oh my God.
there you go.
Don't get me started. There's one guy that looks
Yeah.
he looks so
There's
good.
a really good looking one, but then when he starts to talk, you're like, oh no,
Awful.
no, don't.
awful.
don't
And then
do
there's
it.
other ones that you sound more like him, but you look
nothing like him. Yeah.
And so it's a crazy balance.
Yeah.
Not that other people care. It's
It would
just
be
me.
nice to know more. Sorry, we didn't get the references I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys got, but still enjoyable nonetheless.
It's fun to see these impressions though,
Yeah.
because it's I know this is a very, very, very popular show. It's cool that he kind of incorporates these impressions throughout a show, and people still go from. I feel like we used to do it more in shows.
We
back in
did.
the day.
We did, and it used to be part of the repertoire of stand-up comics. Stand-up comics don't do impersonations the way they used
Yeah,
to.
not a lot.
Not a lot.
There's like
There's a few that do it, but
there's-
not like they used to.
It's more of an influencer thing, really now.
Yeah.
Like there's that one really famous guy now that's kind of doing. You've probably seen him do like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
Jeff
does
Goldblum.
he's
he's really good.
He's really good, and his Howard Stern
Yeah.
is freaking
Yeah, he's like blowing up right now.
Yeah,
and he's like
the cool thing about him, you've probably seen him, is he doesn't just do the voices; he does the voices beside the guys.
Right.
Like he did one with Paul. He does Paul Giamatti for Paul. My favorite, he's done it a couple times, is he does Bill Maher for Bill Maher.
Yeah,
and Bill's like, I don't sound like that. He's great.
Bill Maher. God. I hate that guy.
Well, bless your heart, Bill.
But, yeah, no, he's really good at impressions. I've always been able to do impressions. I've never considered myself an impressionist because I feel like I can't do enough people, or at least cared enough to try. Because there's other people that like they can do so many because they practice at it. And all that. I'm like I've never actually seen somebody like, oh, I'd like to do it, and I couldn't do it at first, and then tried to get it. I've never done that.
Me too. I've always
either I can do it or I can't.
The way it always happened for me, I'm sure it's the same for you, and I think it's an actor thing versus a comic.
Yeah, maybe.
They come from my having been impressed by, impacted, and really loving a character, and it just happens.
Yeah.
I watched Mork and Mindy as a little kid, and when I was done watching Mork and Mindy, I started to talk like Robin. Or when he did Mrs. Doubtfire, anything Robin touched, I wanted to do his Popeye. When I finished watching Rocky, I wanted to talk like Slay. But I never saw a famous voice and thought, okay, I'm going to get that. That just never happens.
Yeah, it's either
I've
been able to do it immediately, or I don't try.
I know if it's in my wheelhouse, if I feel like it could be there, I'll go for it. Like I've tried to do, I attempted, could I ever get Alan Rickman? No, that's never going to happen. I'll never get Alan Rickman.
The closest you get is Brendan or Crumble Scrunch or Loki. What is his name?
Dang.
He did, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
I know. Any old who.
Regardless. Like, so many people can do Gollum. I've never been able to do Gollum. I think
it's one of my favorites.
I don't know why, because it seems to be like a very common one that a lot of people can do.
Yeah.
That even like can't do a lot of impressions, but I don't know. I've been able to do like every Johnny Depp voice ever, though. We have a very similar.
Yeah, that's you're to Johnny the way I am to Robin.
Very similar vocal range.
Exactly.
To that, and I could do Patrick Warburton. Squickity squick squicker. Squickin'. I love Grunk.
And I could do George W. Bush. Watch.
Wow.
Amazing, wasn't it?
I love that Indians think you look like George Bush.
Yeah, I know. You guys, I don't think you realize this. You're the only ones in my life that have ever said that to me. Just you.
Just the Indians.
Just the Indians.
They love it.
And AR said he saw it when he first was brought up to him, and he saw the videos of me. He looked at me on the video and went, I guess I can see that. But then when we were with him, he's like, I don't know why people see that in you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's great. Let us know other impersonation videos we can react to, and anything and all the stuff we missed as well. Please let us know down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never fall.